I don't think I have seen so much windsurf gear all piled up together. So
I know.
I would hate to think how much thousands of dollars is sitting here right now.
Yeah, no, it's pretty nuts. And it's just kind of all,
Just sitting here.
just kind of all here, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you could just take this board if you really wanted to.
It's insane, actually, isn't it? Like, there's probably hundreds of thousands of dollars just sitting here. And just...
And it's all you can guarantee the best stuff.
It's the
that
absolute best.
you could get.
Absolute.
And it's
all
like
custom.
at least half of it is going to get destroyed over the course of this contest.
Damn.
I mean, most of the guys who came here early for that first really big swell already broke like 2 masts apiece, etc., etc. It's
Yeah, okay. Well, that's going to be interesting. And, yeah, so let's talk about...
let's talk
What?
about Leon's board.
Oh, this is Leon's, is that?
This is an incredible piece of windsurfing artistry. It's 90 liters. Doesn't really look like it's 90 liters, does it?
Not
They
from-
hide it well. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty compact. Yeah, that definitely does not look like 90 litres.
Pretty sick.
Are you
But
sure
then if
that's
you
not...
look close enough, you can see like it's got quite a bit of thickness. You know?
Okay.
My boards are about 80 liters. So it's like you can actually kind of be like, oh yeah, no, I can see that.
Can you stand it up next, like, because that's always a good perspective, like next to a person, like, can you
Mm-hmm.
see? Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you
it's
can-
got a bit of width.
You can see it now, but it's like, for all intents and purposes, this looks like anybody's like regular ripping 80-liter shortboard. It's pretty cool. And it being asymmetric is sick. So basically, Leon turned me on to the ASIM because I saw him riding in Chile on some really fun looking ones. And so then I got onto Flicka about making me one and was like, hey, you know, I think it's time. I think it's time for me to try.
Let's have a look at the tail on it.
Pretty wild, huh?
Yeah, so how many guys here are using asymmetrics now?
I honestly think that it'll be me and Leon that are the only two. So it's just the Flicka boys that are going to be doing ASIM.
Oh,
this
really?
one's really cool too. This is a cool ASIM. This one must be a smaller one. Yeah, this one's 82. Super cool.
Let's have a look. Oh, we got here. 57. Okay, so it's not like...
And Leon was so cool that he actually brought me an asymmetric board from Flicka.
So maybe for anyone who's not familiar with this brand, can
Yeah.
you give us just a quick background about it?
Oh yeah, so Flicka are a bunch of really cool windsurfers making boards out of Slovenia. And their process is pretty miraculous. It's sort of like a windsurf board laboratory more than a factory. Everything's temperature controlled and sealed, and they make all of their component parts, like their fin boxes and stuff, by hand. They're just very dedicated craftsmen. And during the pandemic, I got turned on to them through a couple of friends, and a couple of online conversations later, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna send you some boards. And that's how it started with us, and it's continued for the last 3 years, and I just keep getting more and more stoked about their stuff. So yeah, so Leon brought a board all the way from Europe for me, which is super cool. And
That's Leon, like, how do you pronounce his
Leon
surname?
Jammer,
Jammer.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
pretty sure that's just like the common way to say it. I'm
Yeah,
sure there's
cool.
a more appropriate way to say it.
And you two are basically the main wave riders for the brand, yeah?
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
they've got a pretty solid crew. But in terms of people on tour, Leon and I are it. And he traveled 30 hours with this board bag to bring
Yeah.
it here to Fiji for me. So that's pretty cool.
Damn.
So I'm pretty
That's cool.
excited to open it up and see what it looks like. Asymmetric. Pretty
Sick, let's have
nice.
a look.
Very clean tail. Love that.
Let's have a look at the dimensions of this thing.
Yeah, so the length is 216, so that's like a little bit on the shorter side for me. And then 79 liters, that's like pretty much what I ride all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. What we got here? Sick, man. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, man. Jeez, look at this. I can't even get the detail on the camera.
Right. I did not expect it to look this cool. Wow.
Dude, what's the story here?
So this guy right here, he's Kidomaru, and he's sort of a Japanese mythological magician type, samurai type guy. And in this painting, which is by a guy, Kuniyoshi, I think is his last name, from the 17th century, woodblock painting. It's a very old and very famous painting. He's stabbing this serpent here with a sword, and from that he's learning this incredible magic.
Wow.
And yeah, no, it's pretty.
So what? This is
cool.
like how does it? It's like a stencil or something. Or how does it?
So Flick is really cool. They've got this printer in house that they can actually print out on some kind of material that then they can laminate onto the board. I'm not even sure what the material is that they print it onto, but yeah, so they can print it onto the board, laminate it, and then yeah, you could basically have anything on your board, like, you know,
Sick.
literally anything that you could print, you could put on a board.
So you basically just found this image online or something and
Yeah,
sent
yeah.
a file.
So the last time that I visited Japan, I went to a museum and I saw this, and it was just so impactful. So I just, you know, kind of wanted to know a little bit more about it, and yeah, and it became kind of special to me. And then when this new board project came out, I thought, oh, you know what? Let's do something really different for a windsurf board. And that's
sick.
the thing. Like, these guys are so all about different. I mean, you know, they're making asymmetric boards. They're trying different technology with their fin boxes. You know, they're going like the extra mile, and then on top of it, they are artists at heart. So they like stuff like this. And,
Mate, I think that board is a perfect match for you, man.
Honestly, I could not imagine a better fit. Like, in terms of the board, in terms of the brand, I'm just so stoked.
It looks awesome, man. I love all these modern board shapes. They just,
Right?
it's everything. Just you can just by looking at the board, you can sort of see how it's going to go. Basically, you know, it's yeah, you know, it's just clean lines.
It's purpose-built art. It's purpose-built art, and that is definitely
Wow.
one of the reasons why I love windsurfing so much. Like, every aspect of it is beautiful, from the actual act of wave sailing to the process of making this gear. It's yeah, aesthetically very pleasing.
Mate, it's I think you win the award for the most aesthetically pleasing board.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like a little stand up, and I'm gonna anybody who walks by, I'm like, free board viewing. Would you like to view my board? I can show you my board. Are you interested in seeing a really cool board?
It's awesome, awesome. And like, so how many boards did you bring for the?
Well, knowing that I was gonna have a board from Leon, I only brought one other one. So this is just gonna be a 2-board quiver, and I mean, I'm gonna have to use this board.
So how heavy are you?
I am 72 kilos.
72. And what was the literage on this one again?
79.
Okay.
I was actually talking to Morgan about this earlier, right? So basically, what we think is that I ride boards that are actually a bit big in general. Like, I don't really have a small size. I think somebody my weight would generally have like a 72. Yeah, like a 72 liter board in their quiver that they would use quite often. But for me, I pretty much only use 78.
Interesting. That's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, and so we were kind of tripping out about it because it's like, because I don't really have a lot of big boards either. Like, I have one 82. And so yeah, so it kind of it's a bit of a thing that throws people off, I guess. Because I pretty much use the same board in almost all conditions. Like, if it's light, if it's windy, whatever, like, I pretty much use the same board all the time. And I think I just kind of have like one size that I feel like feels really good for me, and it might be a bit big sometimes, but at the same time it's never too small, which I'm really a fan of. I hate feeling like I have a board that's too small.
So this one's 79, and what size is the other board you brought?
78.
Oh, okay. And so, yeah, cool. And so, sorry, you may have mentioned it and I've missed it, but
Yeah.
so what's the difference between the 78 and this one? The main difference of the board?
Well, the 78 was a little before the whole asymmetric time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I got that board again one day before the Cabo Verde contest back in 2022. And I had a little bit of input in that board in terms of saying like, oh, you know, I want this board to, you know, sort of be better in bigger waves and blah, blah, blah. I want a couple of changes here and there. And they delivered on those changes and made a sick board, and I took it out and then I won that contest. So, I mean, I have 100% pure faith in Luca, the shaper for Flicka, because he just seems to know me. We've never met.
And what was the board you used at Cabo Verde? Like what? Yeah, was it?
So it was, I can actually show it to you.
Oh, so this exact same board?
Yeah, it's over here.
Because I remember watching you in that event and just thinking that your board just, or either your riding or that board or both, but it just looked like the loosest on the wave.
Actually, never mind. I can't show it to you. I can't show you. Cut the tape. Cut
it.
Yeah, no. I brought the different one. So
I can edit. Oh, okay. I thought you'd been serious for a second.
Yeah. So this one actually was the first board that I ever got from Flicka. This was back during the pandemic.
Wow.
And again, we talked about the printer that they had, and we were like, well, what can you print on it? And they were like, literally any photo. So I was like,
this is also a very aesthetically pleasing board, isn't it?
can you print my girlfriend onto a board?
Damn.
I said yes.
That's your actual girlfriend, or
Yep.
really? Your current girlfriend?
Amanda Milk,
Damn.
straight out of Mississippi.
Wow. Okay.
At present moment.
That's amazing. It's like you're sailing around, just staring at your girlfriend all the time. That,
Yeah, I feel like it tracks with me and my personality. I don't
Dude.
think it's something that everybody would do, but if you know me well enough, then it makes sense. So this one's 75 actually. So I lied. I have a small board.
Oh, okay. But still, it's
The other one
it's
that
not-
I have is like a 78, and that was the one that I used in Cabo Verde. But I didn't bring it here.
dude. Can we put those two boards side by side?
Yeah.
That's amazing. You know, this is giving me ideas for future board builds. You know, just
I know.
That's-
And that's the thing is like, the possibilities
maybe-
really are endless, and you can do whatever you want.
can we get it off the board back? Because that's sorry. Do you mind
Is
if
it,
we?
is it messing with the...
Well, like just the lines. You want to see it unobstructed.
Bring them out this way.
So this is the board you used to win Cabo Verde.
No.
Oh, hold on. But you just said you could see. You said that you might.
That's why I said cut the tape.
Oh,
'Cause I was like-
I thought it was to do with the picture on the board.
No.
Ah.
I said cut the tape because I lied to you in saying that I brought the Cabo Verde board with. I got confused. The
Damn.
Cabo Verde board is at home on Maui.
Oh, is it like hanging on the wall as like a souvenir?
Honestly, it's just so beat up.
Oh, okay.
I've been on the rocks
Fun.
so many times with that board that it's a bit destroyed.
Dude, that tail is pretty different.
Yeah, right? Like the
So
cutaway.
this one,
This one I got in 2020.
yeah, okay,
This
but
was the first one that they made for me. And it's crazy because it still looks so good.
so I'm gonna take a guess here. The one on the right what was your girlfriend's name again?
Amanda.
Amanda. So Amanda's board, is that gonna be the bigger wave board or?
Yeah. So that's the board that I used here last year. And it's probably the surfiest windsurf board that I've ever had. In the sense that the rocker is quite aggressive. The outline is very pulled in the nose and the tail. And the overall curve of the board is very continuous. So it likes to sort of roll off the bottom quite a bit.
Okay.
This board seemed to me to be the best for like really hollow waves, which in Cloudbreak, you pretty much are always riding right in the critical section of the wave.
Yep. Yeah, I've
So-
noticed this is a bit of a trend with a few boards. Is this pulled in
Mm-hmm.
tail? I mean, that's something that I'm noticing on the real down the line steeper waves. You want a tail like that, basically, don't you?
Well, it's really cool, right? Because we have now for the first time this year this unified windsurfing tour, and so it encompasses some of the best down the line wave sailing spots and some of the best jumping spots for windsurfing in the world. And so a lot of guys are having to tune their equipment and try to find boards that are excelling in both. So a lot of guys are taking their sort of bread and butter go-to boards, and they're starting to bring the tails in. They're making the noses narrower. They're doing little things to make the boards a little surfier, a little wavier, and a little better at handling like really critical wave riding sections.
What have we got here?
Tarot card.
Ah, I can hardly see the screen in the light. That's classic. The lovers.
Yep.
Damn, what did your girlfriend think? What did Amanda think when she saw the board?
I think that I can't really remember, to be honest. I mean, this was 3 years ago.
Mate, it shows dedication to the relationship when you put your girlfriend on your board. I mean, that's like...
Yeah, no, I was committed because I was planning on keeping this board for a while, right?
And you know how much guys love their boards, and now, yeah, I mean, this is another reason to love your board, isn't it? Damn. Pretty sick, Bernd. Nah, man, thanks for showing us your gear. The sails you're using, yeah, they're 3 batten or
3 batten.
Yeah, which is also pretty unique.
Yeah, I feel like it's 3 battens is kind of a funny thing because like every sail brand sort of plays around with having one for a little bit, and then maybe they take it out of the line and try again for a couple of years. But with Hot Sails, they've had the KS3, which is a sail that Cowley designed, and it's just a really, really good sail. It's a really good sail. It really, like when I got onto the team, I just didn't want to change it at all because I fell in love with it right away. I felt super comfortable on it right away, and I was like, this is a sail that needs to stay the way that Cowley wanted it to be, basically forever. And yeah, so I absolutely love that sail.
It looks nice and light. Like it looks very kind of like a sort of sail that, like a surfy kind of sail, if you know what I mean. Like it's just,
Yeah. Plus it's got that shimmery window.
That's sick, actually. Is that a production thing, or is that just? Oh, right.
Yeah, it started out as a custom thing for me during the pandemic. We were playing around with different materials and sewing them onto the window and stuff like that, and then yeah, after Cabo Verde, we started doing it in production, so that was cool.
Yeah, it looks good in videos and photos. That
yeah.
It was color. Like that's something I love about windsurfing. So I like it when there's color. Some people just like blacks or whites and stuff like that, which is cool too. But I do like color, especially from a photography point of view. It looks cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think that windsurfing is a visually very stimulating sport, and the sail has a lot to do with that. There are these really cool looking pieces of equipment that could be akin to like butterfly wings or dragonfly wings or something like that, something that catches the eye and catches the light, and they fly, and so they should look every bit as cool as the boards that you're riding or the conditions that you're riding in. Like I love looking at pictures of my sail like refracting light and then casting like cool little rainbow colors onto the whitewater and stuff like that. Like a lot of times if you look at photos, you'll see behind me as the sun is coming through the window, there'll be like a little pink swath, and that's like from the window refracting the light, or there's like the whitewater behind me is painted blue. And I just think that like that sort of speaks to the magic of the experience of wave riding, the experience of being in the water and being in the sun in the water. That's definitely something that I think we oftentimes kind of overlook and don't talk a lot about in terms of being surfers and stuff like that. We fixate on the water and the waves and stuff like that, but spending this much time in the sun is pretty special.
I like your point of view, man.
Yeah.
It's super, super cool. So, no, it's I'll really look forward to seeing you on the water, Bernd. Hopefully we get good waves, wind, the whole thing, and
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But thanks for sharing all that, and yeah, dude,
Hey,
I'll
listen, I feel like that is tour notes number 3 right there.
I think I'm up to number 8 by now. I mean, I'm up to 2 officially, but I've got like another 5-6 videos just I haven't even edited yet.
In
So
terms of raw footage, it's just like 30 minutes of us talking about the board.
well, do you have a preference for what number video? Do you have like a lucky number?
13.
Oh, 13. Geez, that could be a while before. Oh, damn, 13. Oh, I'll see how it go. I want to get this video out
I
quicker
also
though.
like
'Cause-
number 6. 6 is a good
Oh,
number.
okay. Well, let's work with 6 then.
Alright.
Because 13 might be a bit,
Oh, that's my truck.
Damn. All right, dude.
I gotta get on that boat.
Get out of there. The waves actually today could be big swell.
Today could be kind of insane.
Yep.
So,
All right, get organized, dude. All right.
thank you.
You.